Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you saw in the title of this week's video, today we're going to be doing some book stuff, and I've been trying to do one of these videos at least once a month because I love doing them so much. And I'm hoping that in today's video we can read a book. This book in particular. I would love to keep listening to my audiobook and do a little fall cozy puzzle. I would also love to update my reading journal. I think I'm gonna do that today. Well, you know how it goes. I'm gonna try to do as many of these things as I can in this video, and then I think we're just gonna see where the week takes us. But yeah, get excited for a spoiler-free reading vlog and some other bookish, cozy activities thrown in there. And I think that's all I have to say. I will see you guys when I start our first activity. Regrettably, it is the next day and I did not do anything super bookish yesterday. I'm so sorry. The day just kind of got away from me. But today I'm hoping, I don't know exactly which bookish thing I want to do first, but I'm thinking today I want to update my digital reading journal for sure. And then at some point, I don't know if I'll get to it tonight, but I think I mentioned this yesterday, I want to listen to my audiobook and work on the fall puzzle that I got. So I think what I'm gonna do right now is update my digital reading journal. I say this every time that I update this journal, but I designed it myself. I made it in Canva and I love updating it because I just get to customize it and put literally whatever I want in it. So I'll show you guys some of the spreads that I want to update and work on today. And then obviously when I'm done, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. Okay, so these are the main spreads that I wanna update. I wanna do my October TBR spread, which I did not do. Actually, I don't think these are gonna show up on camera, so I'm gonna screenshot them and put them in the video. Then I wanna update my October wrap up. Even though we're not fully through the month, I feel like I could put a few books that I've finished so far in my little wrap up. And then I won't do my October reflection yet. I feel like I actually have to wait to do that at the end of the month. But I also never did my September reflection. So I definitely wanna update that. And then I also want to update some of my yearly spreads, which I update at like basically every month throughout the year. And so the main one that I love so much that I really want to update is my book bracket. So in the book bracket, basically you choose your favorite book that you've read each month. And I need to do this for September. And I have a feeling I know what book is going to be my favorite for October. I literally just finished it today, but like I obviously don't know yet because I haven't read all of my October books yet. So yeah, I think that's what I want to do today. I'm pretty excited. I just love updating my digital reading journal. I have so much fun doing it. And I am working on getting this ready for release. Unfortunately, the file is just large. And so I don't really feel comfortable selling this until I figure out a way to shrink it so it loads faster. So if you guys have any tips on that, definitely let me know in the comment section down below because I would love to make this available for more people. That is all from me. I am gonna get to updating my reading journal and I will update you guys when it's done. Hello, my sweet internet besties. I have a reading update for you guys. I have officially started Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, and I have been so excited to get to this book and dive into this series, and I really wanted to document me reading this series, and so I started this book last night, and I'm not really that far in. I'm literally on page 31, and I can already see why people are so obsessed with Jessa Hastings' writing in particular. This book on Goodreads doesn't have like incredible reviews, which I found pretty surprising. I think it's, I don't know, it's somewhere between a 3 and a 4 star on Goodreads. It seems like the reviews are very polarizing. So you have a big group of people who really, really love this story, and then you also have a big group of people who really like despise this story. And in this book, in the Magnolia Parks universe, we are following a bunch of extremely wealthy socialites, and specifically in this book, we are following the story of Magnolia and BJ, who are essentially like so in love with each other, but something happened that we don't know about at this point in the story that really messed the two of them up and their relationship up with each other. And so they kind of, both characters are struggling with the fact that they are so in love with the other person. Like BJ is so in love with Magnolia, and Magnolia is so in love with BJ, but there's all these things from their past that they can never overcome and therefore never be together. And it's a lot of, from what I can tell, it's going to be a lot of like rich person drama, social cliques. But I'm really, really liking this story so far. I'm having the worst ever book hangover from the last book that I finished. So I'm really hoping that this can get me through and I end up really enjoying this. But that's like the bare bones basics to this story. Once I know more, I will update you guys. And once I have more fleshed out opinions, because obviously like my feelings could change a lot between now and the end of the book. So I will update you guys hopefully soon. Hello, my sweet friends. I have a reading update for you guys. I am currently on page 190 of Magnolia Parks, and I think I said this before, I was so curious to see if I was gonna be on the side of strongly disliking this book or strongly liking this book, and drum roll please. I am strongly liking this book so far. I know the character relationships in here are extremely messy. They are not anything that you would want to model your real life romantic relationships after, okay? But that aside, if we're looking at entertainment value, but also the depth of feelings that we're exploring in here, I am really, really enjoying this story. Basically, I feel like now I have a little bit better of an understanding. Magnolia and BJ are so in love with each other, but they both just keep screwing things up so bad. I feel like one person more than the other, I won't say who. It's very difficult for them because when you are in love with someone and they've hurt you, how do you balance those feelings? You love them, but they hurt you, and like, how do you make sense of that? Do you know? And I feel like Jessa Hastings is exploring that so thoroughly in here. Like, we are peeling every single layer with Magnolia and BJ. It turns what a lot of people see as a black and white issue into something a lot more complex. And I really, really like that. I do definitely see why people call this book like Gossip Girl in London. Jessa Hastings also describes everyone's outfits, like their designer clothing, in such a deep and detailed way. Loving it. Loving it. And unfortunately, I haven't had a ton of time to read lately. Like, I would love to sit down and just binge a big chunk of this book. I just have been so freaking busy lately with work and just other things that I haven't had a lot of time to read over the last few days. But I'm hoping I can finish this. Oh my gosh. That was the bookmark. But I'm using both of my hands to keep this open. we're good. Anyway, I just hope that I can finish this book soon, or that I'll find some more time to read in the near future, because I'm definitely into it now. Like, I'm invested, I care, I want to know where this is going to go, especially because I know we get 3 books of this relationship. Where is this going to end? Probably not well. But that's it for me right now. I will update you guys when I finish this book.
To the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light.
I finished this book, and Jessa, do I have some choice words for, I'm just kidding. Guys, this was actually such a roller coaster. I finished this book a little bit ago, and I knew immediately that the end of this book was not gonna be rainbows and butterflies and super light, fun, happy, because Magnolia and BJ's romance is not just one book. It goes over the course of 3 books. So if everything wrapped up super fun and nice and beautifully in this book, we wouldn't have 2 more books to go. So, you know, if you've read this book, you know, the whole thing was frustrating, but of course the ending was very, very frustrating. And I will say I had 2 theories about where the end was gonna go. Again, no spoilers here, none at all, but I had 2 theories, and I will say that one of them was correct. And did I want to be correct? No. No, I did not, but I was. And I don't really know where we go from here. Like, I'm very curious to see what happens in the second Magnolia Parks book. I know that next I need to read Daisy Hates. You kind of alternate for this series between the 2 relationships. I did want to say one thing that I noticed that Jessa Hastings was able to do in this book that I feel like a lot of others are not able to pull out of me is when characters are being really, really frustrating. They self-sabotage, they screw themselves over, they screw other people over. Usually I don't feel like I want them to be happy, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel emotionally invested. I'm like, you're doing this to yourself. But there are certain authors who create characters that are morally gray, but I'm still rooting for them. I feel like one author who did that successfully was Sally Rooney. In some of her characters, they're not necessarily making the best decisions or saying the nicest things, but I still want happiness for them. I feel like it was similar for Magnolia and BJ. I was like, why are you guys doing that? Why are you saying that? And yet I still want them to be happy, if that makes sense. And so to me, that is a talent. I think it's very impressive that authors can evoke those emotions in me as a reader. So yeah, overall, I did enjoy this book. I do want to continue the series. I think I'm gonna rate this a 4 out of 5. It wasn't my perfect read. There were some things that were just a little too frustrating to me. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely curious to see where we go from here. And again, I like knowing where I kind of fall on the Magnolia Park spectrum, because it really seems like it's love or hate and not a lot of in between. So I really liked this. And let me know what you guys thought of Daisy Hates, because I'm curious to see what I think of it. It sounds like a lot of people are either Magnolia girls or Daisy Hates girls. You know, so I'm curious to see if I like one of them more than the other. I don't know. I've definitely heard people say that though. But honestly, I think that's it for my review of this book. I'm not really sure what else I want to get up to in this video. There's definitely some cozy book things that I want to do. We're finally getting a cold, chilly day here in Texas, which has yet to happen, and we're in mid-October, so that feels really nice. So I definitely do want to get into the cozy spirit, but at this point I'm not sure what to do. So when I do know the next cozy bookish activity, I will see you guys there. So as you guys saw, I did start updating my reading journal, but I wasn't able to finish it, so I just continued it into today. And I thought that I would give you guys a little update on some of the spreads that I did. The first one that I wanted to show you guys is my September wrap-up spread. I'm just gonna, again, stick everything on the screen because I just can't. It just doesn't show up on camera how I want it to. And September, I read 5 books and they were all really good. You guys will notice I have different color stars. I don't really rate nonfiction or classics because I feel like they're on a completely different scale. And so I felt like in my mind, it would be a fun little strategy for my reading journal to rate those in like a gray color to kind of indicate that I'm rating it on that scale. So like for a nonfiction, it has this rating. For a classic, it has this rating. And I had a really good September reading month. And then I also did my September reflection. My favorite book by far was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I absolutely loved that book and I want to reread it like every single second of every single day. I want to inject it into my veins. I loved that book so much. And then I did my October TBR spread, which is so cozy and spooky, and I'm living for the way that this turned out. You guys will get a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the books that I have already read. I feel like it feels really good to kind of cross books off as I go. I think not everybody would like that. And then I also did my little mood board that I love to do and some notes. I really just want to lean into like the spooky, cozy fallness that is October. So I'm feeling really good about that. And then I think this might be my last main update. I still need to do my book bracket spread. So I don't have that finished to show you guys just yet. But the last spread that I started on but did not finish is my October wrap-up spread. So these are the books that I've read so far, but I still have like a little over a week left of October at the point that I'm filming this clip. But yes, I still have a little bit of time to finish out my monthly TBR and get a few more of my fun October reads done. Thank goodness, because October is such a good time for reading. But those are all my reading journal updates. I feel really, really good about this. I want to continue to keep up with this journal. And again, I'm going to work on shrinking down the file size so it loads faster so you guys can have it if you want it. I think that's it from me on my reading journal, but I will see you guys very shortly to discuss probably books, probably book related things. You know the vibe. You do know the vibes. It's a little bit later now, but I did just want to end this video for you guys. I had so much fun reading Magnolia Parks. Slay, slay. Seriously cannot stop thinking about Daisy Hates. I really want to read that book ASAP, but I have so many other books that I need to get to and it's just a struggle. I also am really glad that we got to update my reading journal in this video. There were a few other book related things that I wanted to get to, but I really want to get this video up for you guys as soon as I can. So I'll probably just start filming those and put them in another video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I feel so grateful for each and every one of you. And I think that's it from me. So I hope you guys are having a great day and a great reading month, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.